Patrick Swayze was born on August 18th, 1952, in Houston, Texas, into a family where creativity and art were highly valued. From a very young age, he was surrounded by music, dance, and performing arts, largely due to his mother, Patsy Swayze, who was a well-known choreographer and ran a local dance school. Patsy's influence was enormous, as she instilled in Patrick a deep love for movement and expression. Growing up in a middle-class family, he had access to artistic guidance and opportunities that many children could only dream of. His teenage years were filled with dance lessons, theater classes, and physical training, all of which shaped his remarkable discipline and work ethic. Patrick's father, Jesse Wayne Swayze, was a businessman, but he encouraged his son's artistic pursuits, allowing Patrick to explore both his creative side and personal passions. By the time Patrick reached high school, it was clear that he was exceptionally talented in dance, and his skill quickly began to surpass that of his peers. He attended Waltrip High School, where he participated actively in school productions and performances, often standing out for his charisma and natural stage presence. After graduation, Patrick continued his education at San Jacinto College Central while simultaneously taking steps to refine his craft. His dedication to performance led him to move to New York in 1972, where he enrolled at prestigious dance schools such as the Harkness Ballet School and the Joffrey Ballet School. During this period, he also gained stage experience, performing roles such as Prince Charming in Disney on Parade and serving as an understudy for Danny Zuko in the Broadway musical Grease. These early years laid the foundation for Patrick Swayze's future success, equipping him with the physical discipline, emotional resilience, and technical skills that would define his career. The combination of family support, early exposure to performing arts, and his own relentless drive created the perfect environment for a future Hollywood star. Even at this stage, Patrick demonstrated a rare blend of humility and determination, always learning from mentors and never allowing early failures to discourage him. His childhood and teenage experiences also taught him the value of hard work, persistence, and patience, qualities that would later help him navigate the highs and lows of Hollywood. By the time he left New York, Patrick Swayze was not just a talented dancer, but a well-rounded performer ready to take on the challenges of stage, screen, and beyond. After leaving New York with a solid foundation in dance and performance, Patrick Swayze began his professional journey in the world of theater and film, determined to translate his training into a successful career. His first experiences were not immediately glamorous or widely recognized, but they were essential stepping stones that shaped him as an artist. In the late 1970s, he performed in several stage productions and small films, including his official film debut in Skatown, USA in 1979. Though the movie failed to make a significant mark at the box office, it allowed Swayze to gain first-hand experience in front of the camera and learn about the discipline and rigor required for film acting. He also continued to work in theater, taking on various roles that demanded both acting skill and physical endurance, further honing his versatility. In 1983, Patrick landed what would become his first major breakthrough, the role of Daryl Curtis in The Outsiders, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. This film, based on the popular novel by S.E. Hinton, told the story of young men navigating loyalty, friendship, and hardship in a divided society. Swayze's portrayal of Daryl, the responsible and protective older brother, was widely praised and brought him to the attention of audiences and critics alike. The movie was a commercial success, grossing over $33 million, a notable figure for a teen-oriented drama at the time, and established him as a promising actor capable of both emotional depth and on-screen charisma. What set Patrick apart during these early years was his unwavering commitment to professionalism and continuous improvement. He arrived on sets early, remained disciplined during grueling rehearsal schedules, and approached every role with seriousness, whether in front of a small audience or on a major film set. These traits caught the attention of directors, producers, and co-stars, building a reputation that would later help him secure larger, more challenging roles. Despite not being an overnight success, Patrick Swayze's dedication during this period reflected his understanding that true mastery required patience, persistence, and constant learning. He also continued to nurture his physical abilities, maintaining rigorous training in dance and fitness, which would later become essential to his iconic performances. By the mid-1980s, Swayze's combination of talent, work ethic, and resilience positioned him on the threshold of stardom. He had demonstrated that he could handle demanding roles, both physically and emotionally, and his versatility as a performer became evident as he moved seamlessly between stage, television, and film projects. These early experiences, filled with both struggle and small triumphs, not only shaped his abilities as an actor and dancer, but also instilled a profound sense of humility. Patrick understood that success in Hollywood was not guaranteed by talent alone. It required discipline, patience, and the ability to navigate setbacks with grace. This early stage of his career, though often overshadowed by his later blockbuster hits, was critical in laying the groundwork for the remarkable journey that followed. It also helped him form lasting professional relationships and learn the nuances of performing for different audiences, a skill that would prove invaluable as he moved into more prominent and high-profile roles. Swayze's time in these formative years exemplifies the notion that perseverance and dedication are as important as natural talent, and it is this combination that allowed him to step into the global spotlight with confidence and credibility. By the time he reached the mid-1980s, Patrick Swayze was no longer just a promising young performer. He was an artist ready to captivate the world with his skill, charm, and unwavering dedication to his craft. Patrick Swayze's true breakthrough into international fame came in 1987 with the release of Dirty Dancing, a film that would not only define his career, but also become a cultural phenomenon remembered for decades. Before filming, the project was considered relatively low budget, with modest expectations from studios, and many industry insiders doubted its potential. However, Patrick brought an unmatched combination of talent, charisma, and physical skill to the role of Johnny Castle, a dance instructor at a summer resort who becomes romantically involved with a young woman named Baby, played by Jennifer Grey. The movie required a unique blend of abilities, acting, dancing, and even singing, which Patrick was perfectly equipped to handle thanks to his years of dance training and his natural musicality. He performed each dance sequence with precision, passion, and a level of authenticity that elevated the film beyond its initial modest conception. The iconic final dance scene, set to the song "I've Had the Time of My Life," became instantly legendary, capturing the hearts of audiences worldwide and establishing Swayze as not just a talented actor, but a true triple-threat performer. Remarkably, Patrick also co-wrote and performed the song "She's Like the Wind," which appeared on the Dirty Dancing soundtrack. The song became a global hit, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and charting in multiple countries, showcasing Patrick's versatility and demonstrating that his talent extended beyond acting and dancing. The film grossed over $214 million worldwide, a monumental success for its time, and sold over 1 million video copies, an unprecedented achievement that reflected both its popularity and enduring appeal. Critics praised Patrick for his ability to convey deep emotion through movement, subtle expressions, and a commanding screen presence, making him a standout among Hollywood's emerging stars. Beyond commercial success, Dirty Dancing had a profound cultural impact, shaping how dance films are perceived and inspiring countless viewers to explore dancing themselves. Patrick's performance combined strength, sensitivity, and an undeniable charm, creating a character that felt both heroic and relatable. His commitment to the role was evident in his tireless rehearsal schedule, meticulous attention to choreography, and willingness to push through physical challenges, all while maintaining the warmth and authenticity that made Johnny Castle memorable. Importantly, Patrick's success in Dirty Dancing did not lead him to complacency. Rather than resting on his newfound fame, he continued to pursue roles that challenged him creatively, demonstrating a desire to grow as an artist and avoid being typecast. He used the platform Dirty Dancing provided to showcase his full range of abilities, blending artistic expression with popular appeal. His work during this period solidified him as a rising star whose impact extended beyond a single role, leaving audiences impressed not just with his talent, but also with his dedication, professionalism, and ability to connect with viewers on an emotional level. The combination of dance, romance, and music in Dirty Dancing positioned Patrick Swayze as a unique and rare presence in late 1980s Hollywood, a performer who could captivate audiences in multiple dimensions, earning both critical acclaim and lasting admiration. The film's legacy continues to thrive decades later, remaining a beloved classic and ensuring that Patrick Swayze's name and artistic contributions endure, not only in cinema history, but also in the hearts of millions of fans worldwide. Through Dirty Dancing, Patrick proved that he was capable of achieving extraordinary success while staying true to his artistic integrity, creating a foundation for a career that would span decades and leave a permanent mark on popular culture. Following the unprecedented success of Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze solidified his status as a leading man in Hollywood, demonstrating versatility that went far beyond romance and dance. In 1990, he starred in Ghost, a supernatural romantic drama that showcased his ability to convey deep emotional complexity and vulnerability. In the film, Swayze played Sam Wheat, a man murdered in a seemingly senseless act of violence, only to return as a spirit determined to protect his beloved Molly Jensen, portrayed by Demi Moore. Ghost combined elements of suspense, love, and the supernatural in a way that resonated with audiences globally. The chemistry between Swayze and Moore, particularly in the famous pottery wheel scene, became one of the most iconic romantic moments in film history. The movie earned over $505 million worldwide, making it the highest-grossing film of 1990 and solidifying Swayze's reputation as an actor capable of anchoring both critical and commercial successes. He received his second Golden Globe nomination for his performance, reflecting recognition from both audiences and industry peers. Beyond romance, Swayze embraced roles that allowed him to explore action, intensity, and physicality. In 1991, he starred in Point Break, portraying Bodie, a philosophical, thrill-seeking surfer who leads a group of bank robbers while maintaining a unique code of ethics. Acting opposite Keanu Reeves, who played FBI agent Johnny Utah, Swayze's performance captured a raw, adventurous spirit, combining charisma, danger, and intelligence. The film grossed $83.5 million worldwide and has since become a cult classic, beloved by fans for its daring stunts, intense action sequences, and Swayze's magnetic presence. This role demonstrated his capacity to balance action with emotional depth, proving that he could successfully diversify his career while still captivating audiences. In 1995, Swayze further expanded his artistic range by taking on a role of Vita Bone in To Wong Foo, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, playing a drag queen traveling across America. This role carried significant social and cultural risk at the time, but Patrick embraced the challenge with courage and authenticity. His performance earned a third Golden Globe nomination and highlighted his willingness to take unconventional roles that pushed him outside mainstream expectations. Beyond mainstream films, Swayze also explored television and independent projects, which allowed him to experiment with complex characters and narratives that did not always cater to box office appeal. A notable example is his role in Donnie Darko, 2001, as Jim Cunningham, a character who appeared inspirational but had moral contradictions, reflecting Swayze's interest in nuanced and layered portrayals. Critics frequently praise his ability to bring credibility and emotional resonance to a wide variety of characters. Renowned film critic Roger Ebert described Swayze as the embodiment of an actor who can both touch the viewer's emotions and command every frame with just a look, while Janet Maslin of the New York Times highlighted his skill in bringing authenticity to roles that might have otherwise seemed implausible. Swayze's reputation was also reinforced by professionalism and humility. He rarely attended events unnecessarily, avoided scandals, and remained grounded in his personal life despite fame. Colleagues noted his punctuality, discipline, and dedication to training, often observing him practicing even outside of filming hours. This combination of talent, versatility, and integrity allowed Patrick Swayze to maintain a remarkable career, navigating the changing landscapes of Hollywood while continuously earning the admiration of fans, critics, and peers alike. His ability to move seamlessly between genres, from romantic dramas to action thrillers to socially daring roles, cemented him as one of the most respected and versatile performers of his generation, and a figure whose influence extends far beyond any single film. Behind the bright lights of Hollywood and the fame that came with blockbuster films, Patrick Swayze maintained a life defined by love, loyalty, and quiet dedication to his personal relationships, especially his marriage to Lisa Nemi. The story of their union is one of remarkable longevity and mutual support, rare in an industry often characterized by fleeting romances and public drama. Patrick met Lisa at his mother's dance school in Houston when she was just 14, and he was working as a teaching assistant. Their connection was immediate and rooted in shared passion for performing arts, creativity, and mutual respect. For years later, they began dating, and on June 12, 1975, they married, beginning a partnership that would last nearly 34 years until Patrick's passing. Their relationship was not only a romantic bond, but also a deeply collaborative artistic connection. Lisa was often his confidant, creative partner, and source of inspiration, influencing projects both on and off the screen. One notable example is the 2003 film One Last Dance, which Lisa directed, co-wrote, and starred in alongside Patrick. The film drew directly from their shared experiences and deep understanding of dance, illustrating how their personal and professional lives were intertwined. Beyond work, they shared a life away from the public eye, choosing to live on a ranch of over 5 acres near the Angeles National Forest in New Mexico. Here, they bred Arabian horses, participated in equestrian events, and embraced a lifestyle far removed from Hollywood glamour. Patrick often described his rural life as the only place he felt truly free and at peace, a space where he could be himself without the constant pressure of celebrity. In interviews, he emphasized the importance of living normally, riding horses, fixing fences, and simply enjoying everyday life with Lisa. Their home became a sanctuary, a place where love was demonstrated through daily actions rather than grand gestures. The couple had hoped to have children, but after Lisa suffered miscarriage, they chose not to pursue parenthood further. Instead, they built a family through mutual respect, shared creativity, and unwavering support for each other. Friends and colleagues often remarked on the old-fashioned strength of their marriage, noting the absence of scandals, public disputes, or sensationalized stories. Patrick's fame never diminished his commitment to Lisa. Even when named People magazine's sexiest man alive, she remained the only woman in his life. Their bond was rooted in a conscious choice to move closer to each other every day, regardless of external pressures or challenges. This deep connection provided Patrick with stability and emotional grounding throughout his life and career. Lisa's presence was particularly vital during Patrick's health struggles, where her role extended beyond companionship into caregiving, advocacy, and emotional support. Their relationship exemplifies how love, trust, and mutual respect can endure amidst fame, adversity, and personal trials. Through Lisa, Patrick not only found personal happiness, but also the strength and inspiration to continue pursuing his artistic passions, demonstrating that his personal life and career were inextricably linked by loyalty, collaboration, and profound love. Their marriage remains a testament to enduring commitment and partnership, highlighting that the truest measure of success lies not only in public acclaim, but also in the depth and quality of one's closest relationships. Despite a life marked by extraordinary talent, success, and personal fulfillment, Patrick Swayze faced profound health challenges that tested his resilience and character. Early in his life, he struggled with alcoholism, particularly following the death of his father in 1982. The pressures of Hollywood, combined with personal grief, led him to drink heavily at times, putting strain on his marriage and well-being. However, his wife Lisa Nemi remained a steadfast source of support, helping him navigate his struggles and encouraging him to seek professional help. By the mid-1990s, Patrick had voluntarily entered rehabilitation, embracing a healthier lifestyle and committed himself to meditation, spiritual study, and personal growth. This period of recovery demonstrated his capacity for self-reflection, discipline, and determination to regain control over his life. Tragically, in January 2008, Patrick received devastating news. He was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer, one of the deadliest forms of the disease. The initial symptoms were subtle, involving only dull abdominal pains. But after rigorous testing at Stanford University Medical Center, doctors determined that the tumor had already spread and was inoperable. He was given an average prognosis of 6 months to 2 years, a reality that would challenge even the strongest individuals. Throughout his treatment, which included chemotherapy and experimental drug Vadalinib, Patrick's resilience was extraordinary. Despite severe physical pain, fatigue, and rapid weight loss of over 25 kilograms, he refused high-dose painkillers that could impair his acting, continuing to work on the A&E television series The Beast. Director Michael Dinner recalled that Patrick was never late, never complained, and maintained a professionalism even under extreme physical duress, demonstrating the same discipline and dedication that had characterized his entire career. During this period, he also appeared on television interviews, including a notable appearance with Barbara Walters in 2009, where he candidly addressed his condition, stating, "I'm kicking cancer's ass. I am a miracle," and expressing that while he was not afraid of dying, he feared leaving Lisa behind. At home, Lisa provided unwavering care, managing every aspect of his daily needs, from meals to medication, and ensuring that his remaining time was filled with comfort, love, and dignity. Patrick's approach to his final months was both courageous and inspiring. He continued reading spiritual texts, writing in his journal, and listening to classical music, maintaining a sense of peace and reflection even as his body weakened. By September 2009, his condition had deteriorated significantly, leaving him almost unable to stand. On the afternoon of September 14, 2009, Patrick Swayze passed away quietly at home in Los Angeles at the age of 57, with Lisa by his side holding his hand until his last breath. There was no public spectacle, no cameras, and no media intrusion, just a profound intimacy of a life and marriage shared deeply and privately. His passing was a loss felt worldwide. It was also a reminder of the extraordinary courage, dignity, and love that defined Patrick's life, both on and off the screen. Even in facing the inevitable, he remained a model of resilience, showing that strength is not the absence of vulnerability, but the capacity to face life's greatest challenges with grace, determination, and unwavering devotion to those we love. Patrick Swayze's final moments, his whispered words, and the legacy he left behind have become emblematic of a life lived with integrity, love, and artistic devotion. In the hours before his passing on September 14, 2009, Patrick shared a quiet, intimate farewell with his wife Lisa Nemi, the one person who had remained by his side through decades of personal and professional highs and lows. According to Lisa's memoir Worth Fighting For, Patrick's last words were simply, "I love you," a statement that captured the essence of his life. Not grandiose declarations of world, but profound and sincere expression of love to the person who had been his anchor, partner, and muse. This moment reflected the values Patrick held throughout his life: humility, loyalty, and the importance of intimate human connection over public adulation. Beyond these personal farewells, Patrick Swayze's impact on film, dance, and popular culture continues to resonate decades after his death. His performances in Dirty Dancing and Ghost remain timeless, regularly broadcast in over 40 countries, celebrated for their emotional depth, technical brilliance, and cultural significance. Dirty Dancing is listed among AFI's 100 greatest romantic films, and the song She's Like the Wind, which Patrick co-wrote and performed, continues to be streamed millions of times annually, demonstrating his unique contribution as an actor, dancer, and musician. Patrick's influence extended beyond commercial success to a lasting presence in the hearts of fans and fellow performers. Jennifer Grey, his co-star in Dirty Dancing, highlighted his authenticity and kindness, emphasizing that Patrick's on-screen charm mirrored his real-life character. Directors, co-stars, and critics alike noted his discipline, humility, and ability to elevate every project he worked on. Posthumous publications, documentaries, and tributes have kept his story alive. The 2024 documentary I Am Patrick Swayze included behind-the-scenes footage and intimate interviews, capturing the depth of his artistry and character. Lisa Nemi's continued advocacy, particularly in raising awareness about pancreatic cancer, has further cemented Patrick's legacy, showing that his life and influence extend beyond cinema into meaningful social impact. Books such as Patrick Swayze Still Inspiring compile stories from friends, colleagues, and fans worldwide, emphasizing not just his fame, but his perseverance, kindness, and dedication to craft. His career demonstrated a rare combination of talent, versatility, and humility, proving that true legacy is measured not only by box office numbers or awards, but by the lasting emotional resonance and inspiration one leaves behind. Patrick's presence in popular culture remains vivid. His films are studied, celebrated, and adored by new generations, and the values he embodied, love, courage, discipline, and artistic integrity, continue to inspire actors, dancers, and audiences alike. His story reminds the world that success and fame are meaningful only when balanced with authenticity, compassion, and deep personal connection. Patrick Swayze's life was not merely about performances on screen. It was a testament to a man who lived fully, loved deeply, and faced life's challenges with courage and grace. In the words of Lisa Nemi, "I couldn't stop him from leaving, but I can make sure he never disappears," capturing the enduring presence of a remarkable individual whose name will continue to inspire countless generations. Patrick Swayze is not just remembered as a Hollywood icon. He is remembered as a human being whose artistry, resilience, and love for life and people created a legacy far beyond the silver screen. Patrick Swayze's influence extends far beyond his individual films or awards, touching multiple generations through the emotional and cultural resonance of his work. His performances in Dirty Dancing, Ghost, and other iconic films created lasting impressions not only on audiences, but also on the entertainment industry itself. Dirty Dancing, for instance, revolutionized the portrayal of dance and romance in cinema, blending technical precision with authentic human emotion, and became a cultural touchstone that inspired aspiring dancers and performers around the world. The final dance scene remains one of the most celebrated sequences in film history, and the accompanying music continues to evoke nostalgia and admiration decades later. Similarly, Ghost introduced audiences to a nuanced blend of supernatural suspense and heartfelt romance, leaving a template for future romantic dramas that mix emotional depth with imaginative storytelling. Beyond his filmography, Patrick's work ethic, humility, and dedication to craft set a standard within Hollywood for professionalism and artistic integrity. He maintained his privacy, avoided scandals, and approached each role with discipline and authenticity, demonstrating that fame does not need to come at the expense of personal values. This combination of talent and character inspired countless actors, dancers, and performers who followed in his footsteps, establishing him as a model for balancing artistic achievement with moral and personal responsibility. In the years following his death, tributes and commemorations have continued to celebrate his life and work. Fans visit locations associated with his films, such as the Mountain Lake Hotel from Dirty Dancing, turning them into pilgrimage sites that honor his enduring legacy. Documentaries, interviews, and books, like I Am Patrick Swayze and Patrick Swayze Still Inspiring, have compiled stories from colleagues, friends, and admirers worldwide, emphasizing not just his career achievements, but the human qualities that made him beloved: kindness, courage, loyalty, and devotion to both his craft and his family. His impact has also crossed generational and cultural boundaries, influencing new audiences through streaming platforms, television broadcasts, and stage adaptations. Ghost has been adapted into stage musicals on Broadway and in London, while Dirty Dancing continues to be performed live in various theatrical productions globally, introducing his work to younger viewers and ensuring that his artistic contributions remain relevant and accessible. Patrick's legacy is a powerful reminder that enduring influence is built not merely on fame, but on authenticity, resilience, and the ability to touch hearts across generations. His life exemplifies the idea that true cultural impact arises when art connects